Jesus Christ, really?
Don't forget to become a member of UnrealEntGaming's Patreon for exclusive manga content and early access. Isn't that right, Seth?
I already joined his Patreon today. Tons of great stuff on there, actually. But did you really have to blow up the city?
Yes.
Blew up the dominoes. You blew up the dominoes and you're laughing. Do you realize the f***ing crisis here?
And you will be next. Unless you subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications right now.
Or else what? You'll aggressively scream another man's name for several hours?
Kakarot! Kakarot!
Well, I must admit that this battle is one that certainly does concern me, especially since not much is known about these newly created gods of destruction. For while Goku and Vegeta are out to prove themselves in combat against the vicious and fearsome Lord Tigron, even while testing their limits and seeing where they stand among the very top of the divine hierarchy, they must fight by using everything that they both have from the very beginning if they hope to survive. For I fear that if they falter, and if they underestimate Lord Tigron for even a moment, then I'm afraid that they will be crushed under the weight of his ferocious and devastating power.
Our story now continues following the initial challenge made by Goku, with Vegeta having to be shown joining Goku and battling against Universe 19's God of Destruction Tigron, as with the fearsome and ruthless Tigron shown having to have leverage over our heroes and having to pin Vegeta down by the face, was when Vegeta went on to then quickly respond, Get your giant filthy hands off of me, Destroyer! No, you aren't going anywhere, especially since you wanted to go and be the first to approach me during this contest, and while I have you, you better start moving fast. To which it was only just upon with Tigron being shown pinning Vegeta down as he was shown continuously striking him was when Beerus then went on to quickly chime in by responding, you know, this newly crowned destroyer of the 19th is quite the fierce yet extremely agile fighter, for the way he was able to just move right in and attack the Saiyans just now was extremely impressive, as it would only seem as though he appears to be masking his true power while against them on top of it all. And so tell me, how powerful is this God of Destruction truly, Lord Ligor? With Ligor responding, well, don't let Lord Tigron's sheer size and mass fool you from what he is capable of and doing, but judging based on how this is going thus far, Ligor continues upon Tigron being shown having to notice Goku move right in, and I don't see the need for Lord Tigron to exert more of his full power against the Saiyans just yet, with Tigron quickly responding, you Saiyans are extremely tenacious, and while I admire your courage in going against me like this, just because you were both physically and mentally lucky enough to obtain such divine power doesn't mean much of anything when you are only able to wield such power while in its early infancy stages, mortals. For powerful you may be, but strong enough to compare against us, you are not. Tigron went on to then quickly grab onto Goku's neck before being shown slamming him down onto the ground. And so while you may think that you have both reached the pinnacle of your powers, you are both tragically mistaken, as the two of you are merely scratching the surface of divine power, and until you've realized that, you will never come close in having to overpower me. I see, so the Destroyer also sees beyond the Saiyan's ability to currently wield their powers at such an early level, Beerus went on to then chime in. But then what exactly is it that you are looking to gauge, my mortals, from the 7th floor? Beerus then went on to quickly question, and as you went on to mention on how we are considered as an ally universe for whatever it is that is to come, and so I want you to go and explain more about what this is that you mean, God of Destruction, for now I want to know. As Ligor then went on to respond, well, what it is that I seek to understand about these warriors goes a little deeper than just gauging their raw power, but it is rather more about gauging their resilience and their ability to endure the true weight of divine pressure for whatever it is that is to come in the near future, Ligor continues. For although I will go on to fill you in more on what my angel had recently uncovered which only some of us are in the know about, for there are things in motion and pieces that haven't yet fallen into place just yet, but let's just say it's always wise to know as to where your allies stand, Ligor continues, and especially when you might one day have to depend on them in the most critical of circumstances. Which it was only then within that very moment as Tigron was then shown having to repeatedly slam Goku's body down onto the ground before throwing him was when Tigron then went on to quickly shout, "You should have thought twice about your challenge before you decided to go and declare one against me, and so let this serve as a lesson on why you are of no match to me." Oh geez, that was rough, but are you okay, Dad? Gohan went on to question. Do you want us to go and swap out with both you and Vegeta? Cause you guys aren't looking like you're doing too good out there, with Goku responding, "Oh, no, don't do it. We're fine, Gohan, and so we'll just try and just manage to go and try to figure out a way to take this battle back from him, but whatever you do, just don't go and get yourself involved out there against him, Gohan." Why you? Just because you may have been gifted with more of a better understanding by wielding destructive power doesn't mean that I didn't go on to look into the annals of history to see myself mastering this form and surpassing you gods as a result of it. As if peering into another reality to see yourself wielding a stronger variation of what it is that you have now changes nothing, Tigron quickly responds. But guess what, Saiyan? For whatever you may have seen will not change the outcome of the losing battle that you will continue to wage here against me, Saiyan. To which in a ferocious manner, with Tigron then shown sinking his teeth into Vegeta's leg before having to be shown violently shaking him back and forth, was when Beerus went on to then chime back in. This god of destruction is going to tear these two apart down there if he goes and keeps this up down there against them. And so how are you so sure that he isn't going to tear right through them and end their lives while they engage down there? With Ligor responding, he won't, because as an allied universe in our cause to stand against whatever darkness may come in the near future, Lord Tigron wouldn't jeopardize our odds by destroying our allies during this battle, but these two have much to learn and more to achieve before they can lay complete mastery over these ultra forms that they currently wield. Yeah, well, that's assuming that they could even go as far as to evolve themselves, unlike how Broly and Gohan were shown having to do, but this is just hard to watch, Beerus responds. To which suddenly then within that very moment as Tigron went on to then sink his teeth deeper into Vegeta's leg and having to be shown leaping on up by avoiding one of Goku's many attacks, was when Goku then went on to quickly respond, "That's enough, God of Destruction, because in case you must have already forgotten, you're fighting me here alongside with Vegeta too. And so now why don't you go and let go of him, and instead of trying to sink your teeth into us like the rest of them tried doing," Goku continues, "you should instead go and fight us head on and show us what your power is really made of, Lord Tigron." How pitiful, and here I expected better from you both, and so now hurry it up and try again, but this time go and try to do it better. Oh, hey, I got you, Vegeta. Goku then went on to catch Vegeta by quickly responding, "Are you okay? Because the way this is going, we're not going to make any way out here against him, and so do you have a plan?" With Vegeta responding, "Oh, I have a plan, alright, and the plan is to go and charge in and punch his lights out while we still can, and so let's go. Understand that while your will to stand up against an enemy who is far stronger than you is noted as a worthy act of being called an ally to our cause," Tigron responds, "your powers, however, are still far from reaching their prime." Oh damn, this god of destruction, Vegeta shouts, "We can't let him go and get over on us even for a second, so as long as we continue to apply the pressure, then we should have him beat." Yeah, but are you having any luck in getting through here, Vegeta? Because judging by the looks of it, we only seem to be angering him more and more rather than having to be shown actually hurting him, Goku responds. Damn you, god of destruction, and this overly ridiculous sturdy frame of yours? Why are you so difficult to damage when compared to some of the other previous destroyers? Vegeta shouts. He's extremely tough and very hard to predict on when and where he'll stick and move, Goku then went on to respond. And so this is one of the only chances that we will have thus far to go and try to overturn this fight within our favor while we can. But then, it was only just upon with Tigron being shown having to completely move out of the way and causing Vegeta to miss his strike was when Vegeta then went on to quickly respond. Oh, darn it, don't let up on him while we're attacking, otherwise he'll go and turn this around on us, Kakarot. His speed is incredible, Goku then went on to barely be shown having to avoid Tigron's strikes, especially since I can now feel him starting to creep up next to mine, and so you better hurry it up, Vegeta, because I don't think that I can. But then, it was suddenly then from out of nowhere with Tigron quickly shown having to duck on under, with Vegeta shown having to accidentally strike Goku across the face, was when Vegeta then went on to quickly shout, oh damn it, Kakarot, go and get your head back in the game here, otherwise he's going to tear us both apart if we don't figure something out, and fast. You Saiyans need to face it, Tigron went on to then quickly respond upon being shown lunging on up by uppercutting Vegeta in the stomach. For be that as noble as you both are and considerable allies to have by our side, you will never possess the necessary strength that is needed to ever come close in rivaling my power on the battlefield, mortal. But it was only just then, fortunately enough for Vegeta, with Goku shown having to quickly swoop in and elbowing Tigron in the face by getting him away from Vegeta, was when Goku then went on to quickly respond, Vegeta, I need you to go and listen to me right now because we are all out of options here against this destroyer, and there's only one other shot that we have here at staying alive, and so we'll need to just hurry and go and take it before it's too late, with Vegeta being shown trying to sit up by responding, oh, you've got to be kidding me here. Surely you're not serious right now, are you? Because we can go and try to find a way to go and take him alone without it. No, we can't, Goku quickly responds. Look, I can feel it, and I know that you can feel it too. For every move that we go and try to make, he's countering us like it's nothing, and so we've only got a few seconds left, and if we don't go and fuse now, then we are absolutely done for against him out here, Vegeta. And so now while we're still able to get a second out here to try to regroup and get our heads straight, we've got to hurry and go and take this chance to do what we can in order for us to make it out of this battle in one piece, and so you've got to trust me. We don't have a lot of time here to go and do this, Vegeta, and so please, just this once, and I promise that I won't go and ask you to fuse with me again, with Vegeta responding, oh, I absolutely hate having to always rely on using this, but fine. One last time and no more. Do you understand, Kakarot? With Goku responding, that's fine, but we have to hurry and fuse while we still have a few seconds to spare. To which it was only then within that moment as Tigron went on to oversee Goku and Vegeta attempting to fuse was when Tigron then went on to quickly intervene by responding, I've seen you mortals go and use the Metamor infusion once before, and you'd be foolish to think that I'd go and allow for you both to use it here against me, especially since you wanted to go and face me alone without it, Tigron continues, and since you are both willing to still go through and try it regardless of this fact, then allow me to go and remind you both on why your plans to fuse against me will fail, for there will be no fusion that will emerge between you both, and so now Crimson Destruction Wave! To which it was only shockingly enough from beneath Goku and Vegeta as a burst of destruction energy was shown having to engulf them both was when Gohan then went on to quickly shout, oh no, he caught them both from beneath just before they were able to successfully pull off the fusion dance, and they aren't going to make it if this keeps going like this, as Beerus went on to then chime in, this destroyer's ferociousness is unlike anything that I've ever seen, even while preserving himself in battle against two of my most powerful mortal warriors, for it goes on to speak volumes on what this god of destruction is capable of, as Ligor then went on to chime in, and to the credit of your mortal allies, they are lucky to be alive when considering the magnitude of Lord Tigron's attack, and while Lord Tigron isn't aiming to go and snuff their lives away, Ligor continues, he will, however, continue to go and engage against them both until they are either forced to submit or forfeit via a third party, but we will wait and see on how this will go. You two have much to learn, but for what it's worth, Tigron went on to then crouch down on all fours by slowly being shown having to approach Goku and Vegeta. I admire your ability to summon the courage to challenge me, but unless you back down now, then I will not be shown having to let up against you both until you are forced into absolute submission. Resilient you are, but comparable you are not. But then, it was only just before Tigron was able to get any closer towards Goku and Vegeta was when Gohan went on to appear in the middle by having to intervene and sticking his arms out by then quickly responding, "That's enough, God of Destruction! You've proved your point against my dad and Vegeta, and while it's clear that they are in no shape to continue to fight you, if you are still looking to see if we are worthy of standing as your allies in whatever situation you saw that concerned you, then I'm your guy, Destroyer." Oh, the boy is extremely brave for throwing in the towel on behalf of those two. Beerus went on to then quickly chime back in, since it is now clear to us all that they still need to be trained in order to ascend, but I'm not sure if Gohan should follow through in challenging this Destroyer, with Ligor having to quickly respond. Now, while I understand your concern, I disagree with your hesitation in allowing for the mortal to engage Lord Beerus, or if he's ever to be considered an equal to the gods and a notable ally in our cause, then he must be tested, and what better test than against Lord Tigron, whose agility, strength, and experience will force the boy in showing us more on what he can do. As Gohan then went on to continue, "Listen, there is no need for you to go and try to fight them while they're down, Lord Tigron, but it's as I said, for if you truly want this exhibition to be worth your while, then I'll be the one to fill in for my dad in Vegeta's place and take you on head-to-head, one-on-one," with Tigron responding, we know all about you after seeing what you did against Lord Primos for the brief time that you did, and so for your sake, you should strongly go and take this moment to reconsider unless you are absolutely sure that you want to go through with this." As Goku then went on to chime in, "No, Gohan, don't do this. He's too strong, and there's no telling on what he's going to go and do out here if you go and engage against him," with Gohan responding, "Don't worry about me out here, Dad, because while I understand that this just might be the strongest destroyer that we've encountered in battle thus far, I'm not going to waver my resolve during this exhibition, especially now while having to train under Lord Beerus. And while you may look fearsome along with being incredibly powerful for a god who doesn't hold any grudges against Lord Beerus or our universe," Gohan continues, "I just want you to know that I'm not backing down from this." As Tigron went on to then respond, "Your eyes don't appear to lie while you stand here before me, which only leaves me to believe that you truly don't fear my power, despite with you having to see on what it was that you just saw against Goku and Vegeta. But I ask you, what exactly brings you to this conclusion that you will be any different?" Tigron asks. "Why? Because you were trained under Lord Beerus? Well, the one who wields the power of a god over there was also trained under him, and guess what? He failed, and so what makes you think that you won't go and fail too?" With Gohan responding, "Well, for one, not only do I wield a form that is far stronger than what my dad and Vegeta were shown having to use here against you, but I also happen to have engaged against Lord Beerus while at his absolute best, which has only now resulted in my ability to know that if I was able to hold my own against him, then I know for an absolute fact that I'll be able to go and hold my own against you, God of Destruction," with Tigron responding, "Very interesting. Now, I don't know on whether or not you are delusional for thinking that you can win, or if you truly are as strong as you claim to be, but nevertheless, I await eagerly to witness your power, and I mean all of it if you hope to make it out of this in one piece." As it was only right then and there now, during that moment, where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of the Resurrected Fallen Gods of Destruction, the Legendary God Saga, Manga Chapter number 2 Special, then comes to a close.
Well, actually, I'll go ahead and take it from here, as I do want to go as far as to address something very important with our dear viewers at the moment. As before I go and give you the following information, if you aren't already a member of Unreal's Patreon community, then you are truly truly missing out on so much without you even knowing, because not only is the next episode already on the page, but if you want to support all of the manga content that you see and gain access to tons of exclusives along the way that range from a variety of different things, then we do encourage for you all to become members of our Patreon community today, for we will link everything down within the description box below and pinned comment section as well. Now, I will go as far as to say that although I am proud to see both Goku and Vegeta try and stand on their own against a terrifying force such as Lord Tigron, I think that it would be best to have Gohan be the one to step forward and handle this moving forward, because not only do I believe will Gohan do far better than either of you, but this would also be a great way for Gohan's newly unlocked powers to go and be tested as well, and so you do not want to miss out on what is about to happen coming up next. So we hope that you all enjoyed today's video. As before you leave, do make sure to give this video a thumbs up by smashing that like button on your way out, as well as subscribing to UnrealEntGaming's channel in case you are new around here. We thank you all for watching and hope you all have a wonderful day, everyone, as we'll see you all in the next one.
Hello! Did you know that you can stay up to date with the latest Dragon Ball content by simply subscribing to UnrealEntGaming?
Also, don't forget to follow on these social media platforms, you sexy son of a bitch.
Roshi!
Silent Cell, me and the fans are having a moment. That's right. I know what you want. Extra long, thick Dragon Ball content. Quality reviews with flawless editing. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You dirty bitch.
Roshi, the fuck?
God damn it, I need them to subscribe, Cell.
And we're demonetized.
Yeah, screw it. Let's cut to the video.